What if there was a way to turn the most annoying meeting of the week into the reason you just got promoted in one click? Everybody hates stand-up meetings. You either show up unprepared and look like you did nothing all week, or you spend 20 minutes before your meeting trying to remember what you actually did. Well, I found a third option, and it's a literal cheat code for meetings. How much time did you waste this week prepping for stand-up meetings, one-on-ones, or performance reviews? Scrolling through Slack, checking Git commits, and staring at your calendar. And then you get to the meeting and say, no updates, no blockers from my side, while your coworker has a perfectly structured updates with metrics and links. Today I'm going to show you the one-click automation that completely changed my career and how you can set it up in seconds. So here's the secret. Every morning before stand-up, I open up Pieces and I click this button. Generate a stand-up style summary of my recent work. And that's it. And in about 5 seconds, I get a well-organized stand-up update that covers everything I worked on this week, what I'm working on today, and any blockers that I'm facing. With links, summaries, code changes, and more, so you get all of the information about your work in a shareable format with one click. And when I ask Pieces for my stand-up update, it's pulling from everything. The code I wrote yesterday, the Zoom conversation I had with my team, the design doc I reviewed, and even that bug I fixed at 2 a.m. Imagine you had a personal assistant whose job it was to watch what you do, take notes, and keep track of all of your work for you. That's Pieces. Your coworkers are sitting there trying to remember what they did yesterday, scrolling through commit history, and you're done with your update before they've even opened the second tab. And your manager will notice that difference. But you're probably wondering, how does Pieces actually know all of this stuff about my work? Okay, so how does Pieces know all this? Pieces is the only tool with long-term memory. It's like a personal assistant who never forgets. It's watching your workflows, your coding in your editor, messaging in Slack, reviewing docs, talking in a Zoom meeting, and it's connecting the dots between all of your work while everything stays private on your device. So when stand-up rolls around and you're trying to remember what you did yesterday, Pieces already knows, because it saw that work happen in real time. Monday, I was in meetings about content strategy. Tuesdays, I was editing scripts. Wednesday, I was editing videos. Pieces watched all of it. So when you ask Pieces for a stand-up update, it doesn't just list the tasks, it actually shows the story of what work you did and why. And the best part is you can ask follow-up questions anytime. What are my blockers right now? Where did I leave off on this? What progress did I make on this project last week? Pieces isn't just a stand-up tool. It's like having a personal assistant who's been shadowing your work all week and taking notes on everything. That's why Pieces can answer questions that other AIs can't. Pretty cool so far, but here's how Pieces changes everything. Because this isn't just about today's stand-up. Here's what most people don't realize about stand-up meetings. You're not just giving status updates, you're building your reputation. Every time you speak up in that meeting, your team is forming a picture of you. Are you the person who's always blocked, the person who just works on stuff, or the person who consistently ships and moves things forward? That narrative matters. And here's how Pieces helps you control it. Because Pieces has long-term memory, I can ask it questions like, what did I accomplish this month? And in 5 seconds, I have a complete story of all of the impact of my work. The campaign videos I created, the scripts I finalized, and all of the cross-team collaboration that moved our launch forward. This means when your manager walks by your desk and asks what you've been working on, you're not scrambling. You've got receipts instantly. When someone in a meeting says, didn't we solve this bug before? Pieces remembers how you solved it last time. You can pull up exactly what you worked on, why you did it, and what you learned, without ever taking notes. This kind of memory makes you look sharp and makes you look like someone who's really on top of their work. Because you are. You just have a better memory system than anybody else. And this compounds over time. The longer you use Pieces, the more powerful it becomes. You're building a complete record of all of your work and professional growth that you can tap into at any time. Which brings me to the most important part. And this is where Pieces has literally changed my career trajectory. Let's talk about performance reviews. The worst part? Not even the review itself. It's the week before, sitting there at 11 p.m., scrolling through months of work, trying to remember what you even accomplished. You know you did good work, you just can't remember the details. This is where Pieces becomes unfair. Watch this. Summarize my major accomplishments from this quarter. Content creation, produced 15 video scripts, produced 12 video assets, cross-functional leadership and leading messaging across 3 different teams, building an automated workflow framework for content that streamlined team efficiency, and more, with numbers, with impact. And the crazy part is I didn't track any of this manually. And your manager doesn't remember everything either. They're busy. They're managing multiple people. When you show up this prepared, you're making their job so much easier. And that's when promotions happen. Because promotions don't just happen because you did good work. They happen because people recognize and remember your good work. Pieces makes sure that happens automatically every day. So if you're tired of wasting time scrambling for stand-ups, or you want to build the kind of reputation that gets you promoted, head to pieces.app/standups. It's completely free, no credit card required. Everything runs locally on your device, so all of your work stays private. Links in the description. Download it today to turn your stand-ups from a chore into a career cheat code.